What's up YouTube? I'm Trent Wel-Don. Welcome back to the channel Wel-Don Aquatics. Tonight we're going to review a product that, if when used, can actually make you a better fish breeder. So it's not necessarily the product that's going to make you a better fish breeder. What we are going to be focusing in on is a different type of live food tonight. That live food is going to be baby brine shrimp. Now, what's so good about baby brine shrimp? Why is this called one of the best live foods for fish that you can do as a hobbyist? You can buy frozen brine shrimp, you can buy frozen baby brine shrimp. So you have access to those, and in a frozen aspect, it's fantastic. They're like flash frozen, so you still have a lot of nutrients to them, but sometimes you can get some extra content in them you don't want when they actually freeze them. So we're gonna go over a brine shrimp hatchery tonight and show you really how easy it is to do your own brine shrimp. So the hatchery we are talking about tonight is the brine shrimp hatchery disc. Now, one of the most common ways to hatch brine shrimp is a DIY kit or system using a water bottle and a small air pump to actually tumble the eggs using the air, and that can give you a good quality hatch rate in about 24 hours. So if you're looking for a quick hatch rate, if you're gonna be feeding baby brine shrimp every day in a large quantity, the DIY system is fantastic. And I'm actually going to be looking at different kits to review, as well as I want to set up my own DIY hatchery again using the air pump to show you how that's done. But for the time being, this really caught my attention. So this is a brine shrimp hatchery disc that doesn't use air. You don't use a light source on this. Kind of the ambient light in the room is going to provide your light source for this. So you need a light source to attract all the brine shrimp out once they hatch, and you typically, focus it on the bottom of the bottle and then try and siphon the brine shrimp out. What's so nice about this brine shrimp hatchery disc is it comes with its own brine shrimp sieve. It's a super fine mesh that in the center of this brine shrimp hatchery disc, when all the brine shrimp hatch around it, they're actually going to come to the center of that disc, and you can just whoop, scoop them right out. They're going to be out of their shells. You can rinse them if you want to. But I really wanted to show you how to set this up tonight and show you how you can start hatching your own brine shrimp. So I will leave a link for this product down in the description below. It will be an Amazon affiliate link. I purchased mine through Brine Shrimp Direct. They are a local company to me. They do sell through Amazon, and they also sell their brine shrimp eggs. These have an 80% hatch rate, so it's a high quality egg, not too expensive, and this bottle is gonna last me quite a long time. So I will leave links for all of this. If you don't wanna purchase through Amazon, you can also, I found you can buy this exact disc through Bulk Reef Supply. They've recently started selling it, but anyways, let's get on to actually setting this up and the materials you're gonna need and start hatching some brine shrimp. All right, so when you open your brine shrimp hatchery disc, you're going to see that it's a series kind of a maze. They call it a labyrinth. What you're going to do is there's an insert you're going to drop there in the center. And what this is going to do is this is going to force the brine shrimp. As they hatch, they're naturally attracted to light. You're going to hatch them in the outer ring. They're going to crawl over and into the sieve, because when this is covered with the lid, that's the only place that light's going to be coming through. So that way, you no longer have to separate the shells. You just get the brine shrimp, you can pull them out of the sieve and go feed your fish. So let's get this going. So to set this up, you are going to need some salt. Now, it's recommended that you use non-iodized salt. And so this is literally like 84 cents at Walmart, super cheap. And you're gonna need about 2 cups of water. And you're gonna mix 3 teaspoons into that 2 cups of water. So brine shrimp are a naturally saltwater shrimp. They need the salt to hatch. So once you mix your salt and mix your water, there is a fill line on this. So it's right here, that fill line there. You're gonna fill that first to that line with your water. So mix your salt into it. I'm just using regular tap water. I've had good hatch rate success out of this. And I've actually never really dechlorinated this much. So So it looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more water, but we're gonna leave the salt content the same. You have your hatchery filled with water. You're gonna take the middle insert that into the center, and it will rest on its own there, fit that in. Then you can take your sieve, and we're gonna set that right in the center of this. So it all fits together really, really nicely. Now is the time for your actual brine shrimp. So again, I'm using the brine shrimp direct eggs. I've had, in the past, when I've played with hatching brine shrimp, these are the eggs I used, and I had a really good success rate. So there are some directions on the bottle here if you want to use it in more of a aeration setting. Now with this as well, hatching it with this brine shrimp hatchery disc is going to take anywhere from 24 to about 36 hours, maybe a little longer depending on kind of the temperature and that nature. You can leave these at room temperature and they're not going to be harmful or anything. Using aeration though will speed up that hatch rate process. So this system will take a little longer, but it is, in my opinion, easier because you're not dealing with hooking up hoses, air pumps, trying to hang it, trying to make it. So it's just an all-in-one contained system. Then the amount of brine shrimp eggs you're gonna put in, your tiny, tiny little scoop, comes with the hatchery disc kit. And the amount of eggs you're going to scoop into this is 1 to 3 scoops. And since I have a few fish I want to feed with these, we're gonna start with 2 scoops. You're just gonna sprinkle this around the edge. And one good thing about brine shrimp, and one reason why they're so good for fish like live bears, even my goldfish, betta fish, is that they are a natural kind of laxative to the fish. So they bring the shells on these and just the overall shrimp are really good for immune systems, are really good for your systems of your fish, but it's also just, you're providing such an ample food source of a solid shrimp that it will help with the health of your fish. This is a really good system for breeding fish. Now we are going to cover this back up. Snap the lid on. You can slide this to the closed position, and we're literally going to leave this alone now. So right here in the center is the only spot that light's going to penetrate this. So as the eggs start hatching, the shrimp, they're going to have to go through that labyrinth maze, get to the center where the sieve is, and again, we can feed this right out of here. So again, for anywhere from about 24, 36, 48 hours, we're going to let this sit. So this process does take a little longer than if you were to use an aeration type, but I want to show you how simple this is in case you want to get this kit for yourself, because I'm literally going to set this on top of a tank, walk away, and leave it alone. So we are going to check back in 24 hours, see how we're doing, and if we need longer time, we'll check back then. But we're going to do kind of a time jump now, and we'll see you guys shortly. And here we are, 24 hours later. So everything you see swimming there is live baby brine shrimp. I tried to get as close of a shot as I could to show you that this brine shrimp disc is actually quite effective at hatching baby brine shrimp. So again, this is the brine shrimp disc, no aeration in this. So what you can actually do with this product is you can feed it directly from the sieve. And after you do that, after you rinse it, after you feed it, you can then put that sieve back into the brine shrimp disc and actually let the brine shrimp continue to hatch over the next 24 hours. So that's what I did, and I was actually able to feed it, wait another 24 hours, feed it, wait another 24 hours, and feed it. So I realistically got about 72 hours worth of eggs hatching out of this. So it's really simple process. I hope this helps. Hope this gives you a new option for hatching baby brine shrimp. And I wish everyone the best in your breeding adventures, and we'll see you guys in the next one.